Hello, hi, welcome to my weekly chat all about my crochet world, what I've been up to. You might be watching this on Facebook Live or later on Facebook or on my YouTube channel where I'll upload it after I'm finished. So just excuse me if you see me replying to people, because if people ask me questions live then I'll be answering them. Okay, so let me just tell you what I've been up to since I saw you last. Last week I went to Hello, welcome. Last Saturday I headed over to Mount Gambier to the makers at Mount Gambier and did a workshop on how to make a granny square, and that was really cool, a full class, and everybody did really well. I think most of them, I mean, I've never actually their granny squares at the end were so perfect. It was really cool. They were a really fun class, so I think I'll be going back there to do some more at a later date. I just have to sort out some dates with Vicky, so that will be fun. What else has happened? On Wednesday this week, I went up to Hamilton to visit the Bully West Best Posse. I've spoken about it before. They're creating 500 scarves for Regional Arts Victoria conference, and Wednesday was a day to collect a lot of them, and they've reached their target. They've exceeded it, and it was awesome. So I did a workshop a month or two ago where I showed them how to crochet a square, and I joined some of those squares together when I was there on Wednesday into a cowley thing, so that was cool. Very awesome. What else? I've updated my app, so I'll put a link down below to where you can get that if you don't already have it. I put a new free pattern in there. I also, what else have I done? Sorry. It's been a bit of a hectic week. So I'm just sort of trying to be nice and calm for you, but my brain is going a million times an hour. My weekly email was sent out this week, and I also added a free pattern in that email called Anne, which is one of the 5 or 6 blocks that go together to make my big frame blanket. So if you're on my email list, you already have that. If you're not on my email list, I'll pop a link down below later on, and you can sign up if you want. Last time I told you I was reworking my giantess pattern with the plan to do it as a crochet along. This is the small one. It's actually smaller than it normally would be because it's made in 4-ply rather than 8-ply that I normally do. So the way I approach it is I print out the pattern as is, and then I worked through it and made little notes on how I wanted to improve it as I worked through the first time. So this small pattern, there weren't all that many changes. Whoops. The large one though, this has been remade following my changes, but making the pattern match this. It doesn't look very different from the original one. There are some very small changes, but my whole method of writing the pattern for this one has changed. So, for example, I was starting, I think, around here, and then cutting the yarn and attaching up here to make it as seamless as possible. But now I'm going back to my normal way of starting in a corner all the way up, so there's no cutting the yarn to finish it. So yes, that one is a little more complex. You see, I don't know if you can see my scribbles. And yes, I'm probably, where am I up to? I am up to that far of reworking my second one, and I've had to stop there because I've run out of yarn. There's more on the way for me, so hopefully that will arrive today and I can continue on with that next week. So it's happening, but I've had to put it on the back burner because I've run out of yarn, and my book things have been a bit more urgent this week. So yes, can't wait for that. If you would like to make that pattern and get the updated one, you can. I'll pop a link down below to the pattern. If you use the code QUIETCAL, QUIETCAL, you will get a discount, 20% discount on the pattern, and you'll also get an updated version of the pattern when it is actually finished and released. So I'll put a link down below for that. What else? My book progress. Good morning. Sorry, I'm saying good morning. If you're watching on YouTube, hello to you. No, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Yes, book progress. So I have made in my little basket. Remade 30-ish, I think, of the patterns in the book. So that is awesome. They are going to be used for the cover of my book. So that I needed to get a few done for that. So that is cool. Now that the book is, it's very close to being finished, putting together. Michelle has done a great job. There's lots of photos, and we found there was a few spaces where there was room for a little bit more. So I have been also frantically making different coloured versions of some of the squares, just to give you other options. So some of the squares will have like the single colour. They've all got single colour. At least 3 different colour options. Sorry you're having trouble seeing. I hope everyone else can still see. Let me know if you can see. I hope you can. Yes. This one here. It is very exciting. So yeah, some of them will have 4 colour versions and some of them will have 3. They'll have at least 3 colour versions, but some of them will have 4. This is my favourite colourway, as you know. I'm glad you can see. I'm glad you can see. Thank you. I'm sorry that might be an issue where you are if you're not able to see. This one, Valentina, pink and purple. The greys. I do love my greys. And a pretty flat one. I think I was trying to get them all done by last night, but I just hit the wall and I could not do any more. So I've got one more to remake and that will be done. I can upload those and Michelle can slot them in the book, so that's exciting. Okay, what else? My ISBNs have been allocated. Yoo-hoo! So you know the special numbers in the front of a book help librarians put them where they need to go and everybody classify them. So that is done. Lots more behind the scenes to do, but I am getting there. What else have I done? This week I posted my weekly words with, and this week it was Anne, and which is coincidental, seeing Anne was the free pattern that I uploaded to today. Anne's done some beautiful work. She's made a Mayan. She's made one of Lucy Attic 24's, I think it was the Moreland cow, sort of ripply blanket. Some cute amigurumi elephants and things. So go and have a look. She did some cushions as well that a lot of you said, oh, where's the pattern? Where's the pattern? I don't know. You're going to have to ask Anne. Anne, if you're watching, if you can add the link to the pattern for those cushions that you made. There's a few people who are interested in them. So thank you. But if you would like me to feature you and your work on my Facebook page, I'll put a link down below. There's a little questionnaire you can fill out and I will do that in the coming weeks. What else happened? Oh, in the mail this week, I've spoken to you about the Knit Crate subscription that I'm trying out. This month, the theme is Golden Hour. So, the mornings before the sun sets, and there is a knit pattern, which is a shawl, scarfy type wrap, and a cowl. Now the colourway that I got this time, there are different colourways that you can get each time. I think this time there are up to 4 different colourways, and this was the one that came this time, which is the greens and yellows and browns. Look, honestly, it's not me, but that's fine. There will be somebody in my life who does like this because it is still beautiful yarn. It's lovely and soft. So there's the knit pattern for this yarn, and there's the crochet pattern for this yarn. I wish I had got the blue colourway, but oh well. I'm sure I'll know somebody who will live for this colourway and I will be able to make something for them. So I've got one more of those, and I actually did a blog post this week as well, all about Knit Crate and what you get in it, and a bit of a review of what I think of how the patterns are presented and all that sort of thing. So I'll pop a link down below to that as well. I have been busy this week. What else? Every time I do a workshop, I like to explain things by having examples, and quite often I give the examples away, but I've decided I need to create a kit that I have for my workshops. So I've made this square here, which is shown in the traditional way of doing things with your chaining to make a loop in the centre with a seam up the side. Sometimes a lot of patterns have that. So that's the example of how things are traditionally done, and this is my way, where there are no seams, no holes, you can't tell where things start and finish. So they are going in my kit, as well as some little joining samples. So this one here shows my favourite join, which is the double crochet together on the back. So they've got a bit of a ridge on the back, but it's perfectly flat on the front, and that's really helpful for joining things of all the same colour. And a sample of doing it on the front. So I did it in a different colour to show the highlight. So I've got the sample of that, and also a little sample of the zipper join, which is lovely and flat. There's no ridges front or back, but it is super fiddly to do. So now I have a little kit that I'm going to keep in my little workshop box with my other things that I can take along. I'm not going to give them away this time. So that was good to get that done, because next week I'm off to wool gathering. I'm teaching 3 classes, and they will be very handy to show there. Speaking of wool gathering, I can't wait to go and teach, but there's a lot of time where we get to sit and play. So I have to think about what I'm going to take to work on. I think it can't be anything too complicated, because we'll be talking and there might be a bit of wine involved, and I don't want to take anything too hard. So I've decided to take my knitting. Oh, there's that pin I was talking about last week. Let's see. Little crochet girl. Yes, you Bridie, can't wait. We'll be sitting and knitting. So I'm going to take my... I will sit and play with you, Bryony. I cannot wait. I'm still working on this. I think I'll still be working on this for the next 3 years. Yay, Sam, we get to catch up again. So I'm taking my knitting. But I thought I would also take Erin's blanket. It's getting cool. We might want to sit outside. This keeps me warm while I'm working on it. I haven't done anything since I showed you last time where I... Oh, that's upside down. Where I'd used the wrong hook size. So I think I will take this and work on this as well. And maybe if my yarn comes, the giantess things as well. We'll see. Yay. So that's exciting. Okay, so that's pretty much all I can tell you about that I've been working on this week. Questions, I did get a few questions this week. But I don't know, things tend to happen in similar groups. You know, sometimes it might be all about, you know, how to work things on my website, and other times it might be specific things. And this week I had like 3 or 4 questions that were all very specific to particular patterns and quite complex. It's not, you know, like a specific little part of a pattern people weren't understanding, all different things. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm here for you. It doesn't matter if it's a tricky thing, if it's a simple thing, just email me and I'll get back to you. Sometimes it might take me a little while, like the last couple of days. I apologise if you have left me a message anywhere, because I do like to reply within 24 hours, but yesterday was just nuts. I didn't even look at my emails really yesterday. So yes, I will get to everybody's messages today. Right, so that's that. So if you ever need help, email me. I'm here. I will get you going. All right, plans for the coming days. Yay. Today I want to finish off getting as much of the book stuff done as I can. And I've kind of, I'm waiting, yes, Sunday the photographer's coming over to my house and we're going to do the cover photo shoot, which is awesome. And then I think I will be able to start getting it ready for pre-order. So that's very exciting. But I need to do a bit more research and investigating how things work first. Now something else that I am doing, which is unusual for me, something that I do, I don't know, every few years I give it another go, is I saw a pattern for a dress, sort of a tunic-y dress online, a PDF pattern. I'm just trying to get a small piece so I can. And I went and bought fabric last week, and it was a PDF pattern that you buy online that you have to print out and then cut out and jigsaw together, sticky tape it together, then cut out your pattern pieces, which I've never done before. But I did it, and I've cut out all of the pieces. You'll never guess what colour fabric I bought. So this weekend, I'm hoping, seeing I have everything cut out, I have right colour cotton and everything, I'm going to have a go at sewing it together. So You may never hear about this again. It may be a complete flop, but we'll see how we go. But I was very ambitious because the pattern is actually for knit fabrics as well as woven fabrics. It's a woven cottony fabric. But I thought when I was at the fabric shop, I might as well buy some other fabric. So I bought this knit stretchy grey as well. So if it works out in the blue, I'm going to give it a go in this as well. We'll see. Maybe I might wear it to wool gathering next week if it's any good. Or maybe we will just never speak of it again. We will see. And that's it, really. Also, I just want to make sure I've got everything. I'm looking at it behind the camera. You can't see. I've got a stack of boxes and baskets and things of all the things I'm taking to wool gathering for my workshops. I think it's all ready, but I just want to go through it all one more time. Thank you. And make sure it's all ready. So wool gathering next week is from Thursday to Sunday. So there won't be a video next week, I'm afraid. I'll be too busy workshopping. I think exactly this time next week we'll be right in the middle of our first workshop. So I'm sorry, I'm a week off next week. So then the week after is where I will tell you all about wool gathering and all the fun we had and what else I've been up to. So if anyone in Facebook who's live has any questions, you can pop them up now and I'll see if I can answer them. Or you can just drop me an email. Thank you. It's not too far. It's probably about 2.5, 3 hour drive. 3 hours. 3 hour drive from where I am, so that's not too bad. And it's all country driving. There's no cities or anything, so it should be fine. It's very exciting. Okay, so that's me, I think. I will see you in a couple of weeks with some fun news. Have a wonderful time, and I'll see some of you next week. Yeah. Okay, bye.